Santa Anita is back. That means the Pick'em prop contests are back. I love these contests because they are free. They are the best way to build your bankroll each and every week. If you're a fan of horse racing, if you're a fan of Santa Anita, if you're a fan of sports, football, college football, pro football, you will love these contests. Every Saturday, every Sunday, it won't cost you anything to enter, and you can win actual cash prizes. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but this is what the front page looks like when you go to pick'em.santanita.com and you make selections and you create an entry. So it's pretty simple. First, you create an account, make sure to use your email, address, cell phone number, confirm your contact information, and then every Saturday, Sunday, there will be Pick'em contest, and I'll make sure to remind you about all of them, and you can play in each one of them. In fact, by playing in all of them, you will actually win if you have the most total winners overall. So if you play in every contest every day, even if you don't win one of them, if you are able to accumulate the most winners overall, you'll still be able to win. You can find all the details on the website. So this is what it looks like when you get to the website. I've already created my account. And if you want to find out more about the rules and the how to play, everything about entry, registration, all the specifics right here, pick'em.santanita.com. So sign up, create your entry, and the pretty basics are all right here. Create your account. And then once the cards are available, you'll have the opportunity to sign up. They usually come available about maybe 36 to 48 hours before the racing card. As soon as like the morning lines get official, not long after that, you'll see these get finalized. And let's dive in. Let's show you what I'm talking about and really what these look like. So for Saturday, October the 1st, you will see all different questions that you have to answer involving Saturday, college football. On Sunday, it'll be NFL. There will also be in the coming weeks baseball and NBA. There will also be horse racing questions. So let's sort of just go through a few of them. Don't forget the tiebreaker. Total combined yards in the Arizona State USC game. That's on Saturday night. So do a little bit of homework. Do a little bit of research. What's some of the trends been for them? What do you think the total yards will be? We need that so that way if there's a tiebreaker, we will use that as the determiner. So we have Alabama versus Arkansas. I personally think for an Arkansas team that can score quite a bit, they can run the ball really, really well. They have a good run blocking team, one of the best run blocking offensive lines in college football. Alabama struggled a little bit on the road when they played Texas. I like Arkansas in here. And as soon as you select, it'll tell you your pick has been made. So you can see right there, your pick has been made. And it'll remind you, don't forget to answer the tiebreaker question. Let's say total yards combined in the Arizona State USC game. Let's say 400 for USC and then 250 on the other side, just, off the top of my head to show you what it looks like. Then it lets you know your tiebreaker has been submitted. We move to number 2, and this one just asks you to pick the winner of race number 1. Now, I think a couple of different ways you can go in here. I sort of like Devil Moon as a first-time gelding. I think should be forwardly placed in here, second start off the bench. Also thought that Chicago Soldier was kind of intriguing. Chicago Soldier was making their first start in the U.S. back in early September, and that was off of a 11-month layoff. I'm expecting Chicago Soldier to take a step forward. Once you make your selection there, it'll let you know once your pick has been made. How about the third one? Which of these teams scores the least amount of points on Sunday? Rutgers, Northwestern, Missouri, Georgia Tech, Stanford. So it'll ask you questions, different ones all the way through. This is a different style one. How many wins on the card will Juan Hernandez have? So keep in mind, you want to go through all of Juan Hernandez's mounts. You want to see how many he can possibly win. And then you want to dive into some of those horses and really handicap those races, right? Do you give him a shot in this race? Do you give him a shot in that race? Let's say 2 for one. It'll tell you that's how many people have picked to 43% of folks out there. Now, as you're selecting, as you're going through, you want to make sure that you're not necessarily picking just the favorite or the most heavily backed selection in every in every single one in your contest and all the props all the way down. You want to at least once or twice try to go in the opposite direction. Maybe in one of the races, pick a longer shot. Maybe in one of the games where you can see everybody going in one way, you go in a different way. This one asks you about the City of Hope Mile, Beyond Brilliant or the field. Beyond Brilliant will be out front, will be cruising, but so many things can happen. So many variables in a horse race. Maybe a slow start. Can Tarantino get out there and push Beyond Brilliant a little bit in race number 5? Maybe that can change the complexion of the race a little bit. I actually thought that, there were others in there that maybe on the upswing. I kind of like the 5, Prince of Bama. So I'll go with the field in here, and we'll find that one out. Texas A&M, Mississippi State. A&M has an incredible defense, can't score. Mississippi State can score a little bit more. They spread the ball around. I think 5 different receivers have already had 15 catches so far on the year. I like Mississippi State in the game. I think they can probably work up enough to get over the total, but I don't have the strongest opinion in there, so I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction on that one yet. Let's go to race number 7 with the Eddie D. In the 7th race, I do go to the outside with Tango, who cuts back from races going a little bit longer, showed some tactical speed, and the outside draw down the hill works out really, really well. Shout out to Matt DeSantis, one of my partners. We do live streams each and every Friday morning. He was also on Tango. The way that this one is drawn, cutting back, never been this short, but the only time they went 7.5 furlongs, it resulted in a victory. And with 3 other possible speeds in there, it could set up pretty well for Tango. I like this one. It's a head-to-head matchup in race number 8. Who finishes ahead of the other? Royal Ship or Express Train? I like Express Train in this spot. Chased Flightline last time out. It was the first start in a few months. I think he maybe was shaking a little bit of the rust off. I think Express Train getting back to Santa Anita takes a big step forward. So I lean him in the head-to-head. USC, Arizona State. Who scores the first touchdown for USC? Is it going to be Caleb Williams keeping it, taking one in? Is it going to be one of the running backs, Travis Dye? Or is it going to be one of the receivers like a Jordan Addison? Or none of them? You're going to go other. Now, keep in mind, who scores the first touchdown for USC? So this is just for USC there. Pick the winner of race number 10. That's another very straightforward one. Just have to pick the winner in there. The final couple of props. Wake, Florida State, over under 63.5. That Wake offense is really, really good. They can hum. Florida State's quarterback can move the ball also. I would actually lean over in this one and think these teams can light it up. Then another fun one. Which race will produce the largest winning payout? So you have to go through the races, sort of stack out who you have selected to win each one of those races, or some of the top horses you have in each race, maybe the most vulnerable favorites. That's a great way of looking at this one. Which race do you think, you don't like the shortest prices? Maybe you're just going to attack some of the bigger fields. Which race has the largest winning payout? Tells you all the percentages there. Maybe you think it's the 7th race down the hill. The 9th and 10th race are also getting a lot of support. If we picked race number 7, it'll let you know that your pick has been made. So keep in mind that these will go to post as the first race from Santa Anita goes on Saturday, but you can also make adjustments to your selections all the way up until post time for that particular prop. So for games that start a little bit later, for races that are a little bit later in the day, you can make some adjustments if need be. So once you've made your pick, they're not locked in. So even right now, I made you can very easily cancel your pick and flip it the other way, all the way up until that particular race or that particular prop goes. So first one of the meet this Saturday. We'll have another one on Sunday for you, and then next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So moving forward, the Saturday contest, we'll probably have a lot of college football. Next week, we may even have some baseball playoffs, and then Sunday ones will have heavy NFL props along with the Santa Anita props, where you'll have to pick some of the winners of some of the races. You'll have to maybe overall look at the card and find some of the horses that will pay the highest winning payouts or win by the largest winning margin in lengths. all sorts of different props, all sorts of different ways to challenge your mind out there. I love these. I love to play the races. I love to watch football, baseball, basketball, big sports fan, as I know many of you out there. And this way we can get some action. We don't even have to invest anything. This is the best way to build the bankroll when you can win and you can get some money in your pocket and you didn't even have to invest. So we'll continue to have little previews like this for you. And then starting next week, we'll actually have a full live stream. Friend Eric is going to join me. And then every week we'll either pick a Saturday or Sunday card, and we'll really dive into each of the props a lot more than I did right now. We'll pull out the daily racing form. We'll show you some replays and handicap some of the races. And then we'll give you lots of information on the football props and college football props every weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Pick'em.santanita.com.